Okay, let me go through. All right. So at ESOP, we'll be conducting these starters, movers, flyers exams as the young learners exams. So we call in one word as YLE for these three examinations. That's young learners English. So for these YLE exams, we have this designed for primary children, especially. That's the age category from 6 to 12 years. So the students who are of 6 to 12 years of age could do these YLE exams. And also when it comes to CAT, PET, and FCE, these are the other three exams that we conduct. So CAT examination, that means Key English Test. So we have two categories from this exam. That is CAT for schools, and the other one is CAT General. So CAT for schools is for the students who are below 18 years, especially for the students who are schooling. And the CAT General one, that's for the students who are above 18 years. So the same goes with PET and FCE. So PET means preliminary English test, and also FCE means first certificate in English. So basically, these are the exams that we conduct at ESOL. So starters, movers, and flyers for young learners, and CAT, PET, and FC for elder students. So this is how we go. And I will explain you why this is important for us, the Cambridge qualifications, because they're starting from the age of 6. So sometimes we might start in Sri Lanka, sometimes we might not start from age 6, because some students, they are not ready by the age 6. So maybe we might have students who are starting from 8, who are 8 years. So, or maybe 7 years. So here, because we are having these examinations, like mostly this is used for communication skills, like everyday situations, and also maybe when they grow up to work and also study and travel, this kind of like day-to-day language is being like improved from these examinations. And also because this is level based, they're starting from a very young age, starting from starters, and then they climb up to movers and flyers, and then they can go up with CAT, PET, and FCE. This is how it goes on. So also the other thing is, since they have this reading and writing paper, listening paper, and also an individual speaking test, this actually builds their confidence because they have to speak to someone individually. And also when it comes to most examinations, they have to build up stories, and also like they have to tell differences in pictures. So here, like we have many areas which like we make students confident in speaking especially. And also everything, like all the skills are covered in these examinations. So because of that, like as teachers also, we believe that the students are being very confident when they start doing these examinations. And the other thing is, when they when they try to go for higher educations to another country, especially these certificates are given points when they apply for a university. So from the embassy also, like they get points for all of these certifications, like they get. And finally, also this motivates them to like develop all the skills, writing skills, listening skills, speaking, reading, all these things are included. So this is why these examinations are important, especially for the students who are in Sri Lanka, because sometimes they might not do A-levels, they might do O-levels and just skip A-levels and apply for universities. So this is something very important if they are going for higher educations to another country.
No, just sorry to interrupt. I think we can still see the first slide. I mean, if you can maybe see the
really?
same progress as well.
I think there's a problem in my connection, because when I conduct these annual parents meetings, also
Okay.
this same thing happen. Is there a possibility someone else to share the slides so I could explain?
Okay.
Anusha, maybe you can try not using the video.
Switching off the video.
Yeah, because that usually takes a lot of bandwidth from the Wi-Fi.
All
so
right.
you
All
want
right.
to share
Let
the
me
screen.
try. Yeah, let me try with that. Yes, I have shared once again.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
Do,
okay.
do you see the correct slide now?
Yeah, we can see via, the importance.
Okay.
That slide
Yes,
is there.
yes,
Yeah.
So hope the points which I gave this slide was clear to you. So I'll move on to the next slide. So this is the CEFR level, that is Common European Framework of Reference. So we have all the examinations leveled here. So starters means pre-A1, and A1 means movers. A2 is flyers and CAD. Both are in the same level. And these three examinations, these four examinations, actually, the three YLE exams and the KET exam. So these examinations, like they fall under the category basic user. And then when it comes to PET and FCE, these two examinations are in B1 level and B2. So they are also in the category independent user. So when they move up to certain level as CAE and CPE, they could go for this professional user. So up to now, we have conducted FCE exams. This is the highest level of the exam that we have. And we are planning to start CAE exams. So still we have not sent any batch yet so far. So in the future, we might have another batch of CAE students. So until now, we have only sent up to FCE. Moving on to the next one. This is actually something very basic, because usually we have a calendar every year. So this is actually given by the British Council to us. So all these registration periods are mentioned for the whole year. So the parents can check this out and come and get registered if their student is eligible, like if their child is eligible enough to do the examination. So the YLE exams, we have 4 times a year, and KIT and PET, we have 3 times a year, and FCE, we have 2 times a year. This is the plan for the upcoming year. I hope you can see the slide because I'm just going on explaining.
Yeah, we can. Yes. You're good.
Okay. All right. Thank you. And the levels. So here, when it comes to levels and the examinations, all the students will be selected for the exams depending on their monthly test marks. So monthly, they are having an examination. Like they have these TUT classes, they're having an examination as well. So from those examinations, they should score 85 to 90 range for at least 5 consecutive months. That is the mark range where they get selected for the final examination. So the students who don't score for these range, they will have to stay for some time till they get improved. And the levels. So in level 1 and level 2 classes, we are having the starters examination as the monthly test. Practice tests will be from the starters examination. And for level 3 and 4, movers as the practice tests. And level 5, it's flyers. And level 6 onwards, it's the same, just the examination as the level. KET for KET and PET, the PET examination, FCE and FC examination. So in some situations, if the teacher recommends, or if a student's marks are fluctuating, they might need to sit for a selection test. That means because this especially falls on the YLE students because they are having an age category. they will have to do the examinations before they pass 13. So within 12 plus, they could do these examinations. So there are some students in our classes where they don't they are not eligible enough to do the examination. With this range we have given 85 to 90, so they might need some time. So if we give them time, they might exceed their age. So because of that, we are having a selection test for them. So this is actually done with the teacher observing the students. Like these days, since it's done online, we are observing the children and letting the children do the examination, which we share in the screen. And then we get the answers and we mark them, and then we send them for the examination. So here we have these different, like another set of students who are going through this selection test. So for these students, the teachers who are in charge will be doing extra, maybe providing extra worksheets, extra activities, and also paying individual attention on them. This is how we take them up to the standard where the other students also stand. And then the exam practices. So once a child gets selected for the final examination, we usually arrange sessions for them. So these sessions are specially focused only on the paper. So if we take the starters examination, here in these sessions, the teachers teach the special things, like special points where the students should know, and also students should learn, like especially when it comes to maybe starters in the first reading and writing part, they have singular and plural. And also when it comes to movers, they should know some tenses like present simple, present continuous. And also when it comes to flyers, they have different tenses. So likewise, whatever that they should know and they should improve will be taught in the sessions when it comes to these final examinations. And also, like, teachers are providing plenty of materials like a vocabulary list. There is a created, like, differently created vocabulary list for each examination. So these things will be shared. And also there's a picture book with all the words, like maybe they have themed the book, like at the zoo, at the school, likewise all the vocabulary that they could use. So there are things, materials like that the teachers can use to improve the students, and also the students could do it themselves and send them to the teacher. And these examinations, in between the sessions, we will be having some examinations. Like for example, when we start this program, we will be starting from an examination. So there we are going to give them the first mock paper and see where the students stand. And out of the marks, we are going to see which areas are commonly taken as mistakes, like which areas the students do as a common mistake. So that part will be taken for the first session and will be taught. And then for the second paper, we are going to see if the students have corrected their mistakes, and then it goes on like that. So the first exam and then a session, and the second exam and then a session. So likewise, we are having 3 practice tests and 3 sessions and 2 paper discussions and 3 individual speaking tests. So this is how it goes. So for these examinations, we have a time duration. So for starters, it's reading and writing. I'm just taking one example. So for starters, it's reading and writing 20 minutes for 5 parts, listening just 20 minutes for 4 parts, and speaking 3 to 5 minutes for 4 parts. So whoever does the practice test, when they get selected for the final examination, we will be training the students to stick into this time, and they have to complete the paper within the time frame. So for all these examinations, they have different times. For movers, this time period, flyers, CAT, PET, and FCE. Yes, that is how it goes on. Any questions or anywhere that you need to get more clarifications?
Yeah, so Anusha, maybe this is a question for all of you from Cela. So Tanya and maybe Tahani can also give some insight on the assessment for all of the students, because I noticed that I'm dealing with FCE, PET, and CAT. And what I noticed is a lot of the students have a level, you know, when I assess them with writing or like they're speaking, it's really different. So I wonder if some of them are actually an A2, some of them could actually be a B1 level. It would be actually nice to know if, and like, do you guys assess the students? Because it would be really nice to know which level they fall under. Like, are they an A2? Are they a B1? Or that's something that we as teachers, we're the ones who will have to assess them. I'm not sure if you guys understand what I mean, but.
Yeah. To answer that, Analu, so first of all, when we register students for this Cela program, they face an initial test. It's based on that score and the age we decide whether they are falling into CAT, PET, or FC. So there's an initial assessment there. And then, as Anuja said, going forward, hopefully from next year, we'll be having monthly tests. So that will also, again, give us a chance to sort of assess the student and see, okay, if they are actually scoring well in the CAT level, or, you know, and to identify any sort of loopholes there. So yeah, we haven't introduced it yet, but there are plans to do it. So yeah.
Thank you, because I noticed that there were a few who are doing really poorly in writing, but sure, I mean, when you ask them some questions, it's really basic too. So for me, I would definitely, I can assess them based on how I use the Cambridge system, right? So we have A1, A2, we have B1, B2. So yeah, I was just curious. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions, Anuja?
Yeah. I hope everything is clear, and like I think like when you start doing the monthly test, like when the students start doing the monthly test, these like practical issues might occur. So you will be able to get the support from Tahani by then. Maybe sometimes yet they don't have anything.
Yeah, hopefully. So the plan is, guys, so going forward now, today we didn't want to give like a detailed you know, insight on each and every exam, but there are exam coordinators who are working with Anuja for these separate exams, who are in charge. So whoever is doing, so for an example, I think Analu is doing FC classes. So Analu will be closely working with the FC exam coordinator to get an insight about the paper structure and things like that. And if Liz is doing level 2 classes, then you will work with the movers coordinators, things like this. So going forward, you'll be having more one-on-one trainings with the coordinators. I think Anuja will help us arrange those things as well. But today we just want to sort of give you an introduction about these Cambridge exams, because right now we have this speaking test going on. The mock speaking tests are being conducted by the teachers. So from next week onwards, or maybe even from tomorrow onwards, if we have sessions, Anuja, you guys can observe these classes, like how these sessions are happening. As the mock speaking, how is it happening? So that's why we sort of want to give this introduction rather than just sending you to observe something. We wanted Anuja to sort of give you like, why are you observing it? What is this all about? And we hope you got that understanding. So you can observe the classes, and maybe from January, we'll see if you guys also, I mean, whichever that you're going to observe now, you're going to do it in January, starting from January, hopefully, with the students and everything. So yeah. Okay. Is that clear?
Yes.
Good. Okay. I think that's about it. And so thank you so much, Anuja, for joining us and making
Thank
the
you.
time for this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Anything to add, Tanya?
No, I think we covered everything, Tahani. Anything you all want to ask the teachers?
We have Lakesha as well. Anything that you want to mention or raise any concerns, Lakesha?
Nothing as such, miss.
Okay. All right.
Okay, then we can wind up the meeting
Wind up.
since you all don't have any questions. So I'm going to remind again when you are having cover-up classes, because we don't want to do like any issues in the last moment, one day prior or like a day before. Just check with Tahani or myself if you are if you are ready for the correct tutorial, then we can guide you. And we'll be sharing within today or tomorrow. We'll share the cover-up schedule again with the timings. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.